Hello guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. The Anomaly, TensuraXDate Alive, by Humpzwas Chapter 16, out of the picture. Shido Pav at the Itsuka household, someone was constantly ringing the bell. Because of that, Shido woke up, still sleepy, as he went to the front door. What's the deal, this early in the morning? Shido opened the door, only to see Kagaya with a concerned look. Shido. Kagaya? Shido said, confused. She's gone. When I woke up, Yuzuru was gone. Kagaya said with worry. After that, she brought her back inside the spirit house, asking the others to watch her. Less than how's Kagaya? Greater than Rain said through the comms in Shido's ear. Calmer than this morning. To be safe, I'm having Toka, Yoshino and Rimuru stay with her, so I think she's okay, Shido said. Back at Itsuka household, Shido, Katori and Rain gathered around. Yuzuru was taken to Ratatosker HQ for an urgent exam, or so we'll say. Though if Kagaya was Natsumi disguised, it's a completely pointless lie, Rain said. So, Rain? Who did take Yuzuru? Was it Natsumi after all? Shido asks. Yeah, look at this, Rain said as she hands a tablet to Shido showing a video. This is, Shido said, confused. A video from an autonomous camera. The 13 people Natsumi identified are being watched around the clock. This is from midnight last night, Rain said. At this point, it looks normal to me, Katori said. All three of them were looking at the tablet. It's soon, Rain said, then the time in the laptop hits 12 o'clock. At that point, Natsumi's angel less than Hanyel greater than appeared on top of Yuzuru's bed. That's Natsumi's. Shido was shocked, then the broom head opened, sucking Yuzuru inside it. Yuzuru. Then, Natsumi's angel disappears after that. As you can see, Yuzuru was taken by Natsumi's angel. It's likely that the real person Natsumi is impersonating was also erased like so, Rain said. Tisk. Natsumi. Why would you do this? Shido said, concerned and confused. Finding out her intentions can wait. We must focus to ensure there's no more victims, Rain said. I believe in Natsumi. That this is just a game, which is why I'm putting an end to this. Before anyone else disappears, Shido said, a determined look on his face. That's right, Shido. Let's not spare any effort. It's about time that we begin our date, Katori said. Rimuru Pav, at the spirit house, Rimuru, Toka, and Yoshino were watching over Kagaya. Yoshino then hands her a glass of water. Kagaya takes it and drinks the water. Are you okay, Kagaya? Rimuru asks. Yes, I'm okay now, Kagaya said as she nodded. Rimuru was definitely not convinced, but she decided to drop it for her sake. Don't worry, Kagaya, Shido will definitely find her, Toka said, trying to reassure her. That's right. Kagaya, Shido-san will surely will, Yoshino said nervously. Thank you, everyone, Kagaya said as she smiled. Don't worry about it, Kagaya. It's normal for anyone to care for each other, Yoshinon in Yoshino's hand said. Rimuru glanced at Yoshinon. She couldn't feel Natsumi anymore. Less than did she change disguise, Rimuru thought. What's wrong, Rimuru? You look like you're in deep thought, Yoshinon said, startling Rimuru. Oh, it's nothing, Rimuru said, chuckles nervously. Is that so? Then Yoshinon decided to drop the topic and looked back at Kagaya. Rimuru took a last look at them and started to walk towards the door. Where are you going, Rimuru? Toka asks. Oh, just gonna go out for fresh air. Rimuru then walks out of the house. Then, when she thought she could stroll around the city, Rimuru saw both Katori and Shido walking together, and Katori looked excited. Where are you guys going? Rimuru asks as she stepped closer. Both of them were obviously startled, especially Katori. Rimuru? What are you doing out here? Shido asks. Well. Thought I could get some fresh air, Rimuru said nervously, but Katori was not convinced. Anyway, are you two on a date? Katori cuts Rimuru off before she could continue her sentence. What are you talking about, Rimuru? Katori said, walking closer to Rimuru. Her face panicked and was scary, a face that said, drop the subject. Anyway, why you go back inside? We can't have you disappear again, Katori demanded. Why yes ma'am, Rimuru said, then she entered back inside the spirit house with a disappointed look. What's wrong, Rimuru? Didn't you say you were gonna go outside? Toka asks. Yeah, just had second thoughts, don't worry about it, Rimuru said. Shidupov, after Katori dealt with Rimuru, they went somewhere far away, on a spot higher than the city, sitting on a bench. I never thought Yuzuru would just vanish like that, at midnight last night. The instant the date changed, Yuzuru was erased, Katori said. Who is Natsumi impersonating among the 13 people? As long as I can't guess right, will people disappear every night, one by one? Shido said. That seems to be the case. It'll get easier to guess as the days pass, but that means more people will be erased, Katori said. Tisk. I've gotta find out who she is in a hurry. Not only for everyone, but for Natsumi, too, Shido said with determination in his eyes. In that case, Shido, isn't it about time you figure out if I'm the real Katori Itsuka? Katori said as she stood up. You're the real one. At the least, that's what I want to believe, Shido said, smiling. Is this any time to be saying that? There's plenty of ways you could confirm it. By asking me questions, or you in order to judge my reaction, kiss me, or something. Katori said nervously, a slight blush on her cheeks. I see. In that case, he reached out to grab her cheeks. Shishido. Katori said, even closing her eyes, she was really expecting a kiss from him. But instead of giving a kiss, Shido went and grabbed Katori's black ribbons. Katori's expression immediately changed as she went back to her weak self. Hey, what are you doing, Oni-chan? Give it back already, Katori said, like a child throwing a tantrum. Yup. That's Katori all right. There's no way Natsumi could imitate this side of you. So well, right, Katori? Shido said. He then saw Kotoro's grumpy face. You my dear Katori? Then Katori punched him in the abdomen. After that, their date was done. Katori went back home and Shido kept going on his dates. Less than I'd like to rush along your dates with everyone. Greater than Rain said through the comms. Right. I know the schedule's pretty tight as it is, but I want to fit as many people in as possible before the day changes, Shido said, while still rubbing his abdomen. I'll leave the arrangements to you, Shido said, a concerned look on his face. Less than understood. I'll do the best I can. As for now, you can date Miku as planned. Greater than Rain said. Thank you. In a theme park, they both meet up, wearing cosplays. Hey, Miku, you never told me we'd be going on a date in costumes. Shido said, confused. Well, I'm kinda an idol, so it would be a pain if someone find out. Don't worry, you can cosplay freely in this park today. Since we're finally on a date, I don't want anyone to get in the way, Miku said, assuring him. Well, I suppose that's true, Shido said, until two girls with cameras came up to them with enthusiasm. Wow, it's Kanon Tsukishima and Sage from Valkyrie Misty. In the rare masks from episode 6 when they saved Misty. Can we please take your photo? They said excitedly. What? No, Miku cuts him off before Shido can continue talking. Of course you can. Then she took on a bunch of dynamic poses as the girls captured a picture. Come on. You, too, darling. Miku said. What? Giving in, he does a famous signature pose. There it is. The signature pose of our lovely Sieg. The girls said as they took a bunch of pictures. After that, Shido went on his dating spree, the girl trio, his teacher, Tomei Okamine. At night, on a date with Kagaya at a bowling alley. Take this. Kagaya threw the bowling ball and got a strike. No way, Shido said in disbelief. See that, Shido? That was my special move, Dunkelheit Windhose. Kagaya said proudly. With my own special move, and this legendary item, the Fajfeuer Gauntlet, in my possession, you stand no chance to beat me, Shido. Wait, legendary, you just bought that over there. Shido said, meaning the counter where they bought it. HMPH. More importantly, lest you forget. We promise the loser of our match does whatever the winner desires. Kahiya said. I'm well aware. Here comes my big comeback. He threw a bowling ball, but it went to the side. After Shido's loss, they went to a nearby bench. You may sit, Kagaya said, while patting the seat beside her. All right, Shido said, then sat down next to her. My first order. For the next 10 minutes, you won't be surprised, flustered, or try to stop me, no matter what. And you vow to never speak of it. Kagaya said, demanding. All right, I promise, Shido said. Good. Then Kagaya laid her head on Shido's lap. This is much more comfy than I thought. You could even be my full-time pillow if you wish. Kagaya said. Why you little? Do I hear the loser complaining? Now then, shall I have you pat my head, too? Kagaya ordered. As you wish. Then Shido pats Kagaya's head for a while, until she hugs his waist. Kagaya, Shido said, confused, then she started crying. Yuzuru. Yuzuru. Kagaya said, her voice shaking slightly. Kagaya, you say there was an exam, but really, you haven't found Yuzuru yet. Of course I'd know. Don't think I'm stupid. Kagaya said. But, you thought it was better I didn't know, right? So, I'll believe. Because that day, the one who gave me and Yuzuru a third choice was you, Shido. Kagaya said, her voice still shaky and sad. Kagaya. So, please, save Yuzuru. Save Yuzuru. Kagaya said. After that, they went back home. At the Itsuka household. Good grief, you're pathetic, is not what I'll be saying today. Katori said as she hands Shido an energy drink. You beat the schedule and dated 11 people in 2 days. That'd exhaust anyone. Well, I'm the one who asked for it. Katori, about my date tomorrow. Shido said. Yeah, Rimuru, I managed to convince her, on Tengu Square at 10 o'clock. Katori said. I see, Shido said, then Katori brought back the topic before. So, did you sense anything wrong when meeting them? Katori asks. Nothing in particular. I think Miku and Kagaya have to be real. My teacher and the girls didn't seem off at all either. It's hard. I want to get it right quickly, but I don't want anyone to be Natsumi either. Shido said. Yeah, even so, it's about that time you need to give an answer. Katori said as they looked at the clock in the wall. Yeah, but, even if I want to guess who Natsumi is, what am I supposed to do? Shido asks. We don't really know that either. This whole game goes along with the whims and rules of Natsumi. I imagine she's observing us from somewhere at least. Katori said, until they were interrupted by Natsumi's voice somewhere. Right on the money. Then her angel less than Hanyel greater than appeared before them. The head of the broom was open, showing a mirror. Natsumi. Hi there. Shido. Day 2 of the game is over. Are you having fun yet? Natsumi said mockingly. What's this even about, Natsumi? I never asked for this game. Just bring Yuzuru back and I'll talk it out with you. Shido said. That's no good. Even if you're not feeling up to it, it's already set in motion, you see. So, who am I impersonating? I'm ready to hear your answer for today. Natsumi said. That's. Shido. Someone will still get erased if you don't answer. Even a wild guess will do. Katori said. Tisk. The one you're impersonating is Yoshino. I'm not confident, but she was that bold, so just maybe. Shido said, waiting to see if he was correct or not. I see. Without talking much further, Natsumi and her angel disappeared. Wait, Natsumi, she's gone. Were you correct? Katori asks, both confused until they heard Rain's voice. Less than Shin, Katori. Do you copy? Greater than Rain said through the comms in their ears. Rain. What's up? Katori asks. Less than just now, again by Natsumi's angel, some people have disappeared greater than. Less than both Yamabuki I and Yoshino. Greater than Rain said. Rimuru Pav. The next day, Rimuru just woke up, stretching then leaving her room. She went downstairs, seeing both Toka and Kagaya. Good morning, Toka and Kagaya. Rimuru said, yawning. She glanced around the room, realizing that Yoshino wasn't here as usual. Where is Yoshino? Rimuru asks. I don't know. Rain came here and said she's undergoing a test. Toka said. Less than a test. Greater than Rimuru thought, not convinced. Less than seal. Did Yoshino disappear? Greater than Rimuru asks. Less than yes. Rimuru-sama, Natsumi's angel took her last night. Greater than seal said. Rimuru was worried. She can't even tell Shido or Katori. They rarely visit the spirit house and haven't seen them since then. Yesterday, she managed to talk with Katori, but she didn't get a chance to talk about it, only saying that she'll be going on a date with Shido. They're busy dealing with Natsumi. Then Rimuru remembered it. Toka, what's the time? Rimuru asks. It's 9 o'clock, why? Toka said. Rimuru sighs in relief. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Rimuru said as she went upstairs. Though Rimuru doesn't know why a date is necessary for finding out Natsumi. Yoshino disappeared. She also couldn't sense Natsumi in Yoshino either. She was out of the picture now, out of the game. After that, she took a shower, went back to her room, figuring out what outfit she would wear. Less than Rimuru-sama, let me help you change you into a more suitable outfit. Greater than Seal said. Less than oh, sure. Thank you, Seal. Greater than Rimuru said, her fashion sense was never good anyway, glad that Seal can take care of it. A dim light started to glow around Rimuru's body, the outfit reforming. The dim light on her body started to fade as she saw herself now wearing a sleeveless turtleneck dress with a trench coat. Rimuru was immediately embarrassed because of the outfit she was wearing. Less than Seal, what exactly is this? Greater than Rimuru immediately questioned Seal. Less than a suitable outfit you wanted, Rimuru-sama. Greater than Seal said. Less than you. Greater than with no words left to utter, Rimuru remained silent. She didn't expect Seal to choose this kind of outfit, but decided to ignore it for now. Returning to reality, Rimuru was extremely uncomfortable wearing this dress. After that, she went downstairs, telling Toka and Kagaya that she's going to go somewhere. Less than Seal, where is he waiting again? Greater than Rimuru asks. Less than answer. Tengu Square. Rimuru-sama. Greater than Seal said. Less than I see, thank you, Seal. Greater than Rimuru said, calling a taxi. Entering the taxi on the backseat, the driver drives towards Tengu Square. Since Natsumi was out of the picture, she didn't know who Natsumi could be. Rimuru is completely oblivious that there's a game going on right now. To be safe, Rimuru decides that she'll give hints to Shido when they meet up. Shido Pav. Shido was already waiting for Rimuru at Tengu Square. Less than Shin, Rimuru is coming. Greater than Rain said from the comms in Shido's ear. Understood. Sorry if I kept you waiting, Shido. Rimuru said, behind Shido. Oh, you didn't take that long. Before Shido could continue talking, he was shocked on what Rimuru was wearing. Shido blushing, he couldn't take his eyes off on Rimuru. What's wrong, Shido? Rimuru asks, though she already knows. Broken off from his trance, he spoke to Rimuru. Oh, it's nothing. Shido said, wondering if she's Natsumi or not. Rimuru, can I ask you something? Shido asks. Sure. What is it? Rimuru said. When was the first time you cooked for all of us? Shido asks, though Rimuru was confused on why he asked that. When you all first found out about Seal, why? Rimuru asks. Oh, right. Shido sighs. Less than she got it right. Next is. Greater than. Rimuru, let's go the aquarium. Shido said, waiting for Rimuru's response. Sure, let's go. Rimuru said as she nodded at his request. At the aquarium, both Rimuru and Shido were looking at the fishes with amazement. Wow, it looks beautiful. Rimuru said, her eyes sparkling. Shido seeing this, he looked at Rimuru and smiled. You're right, it does look beautiful. Shido said. Shido, would you consider wearing a mask or a wig? Rimuru said. Shido was confused on her sudden question. A mask, why would you ask something like that? Shido asks. Well, because it will stick forever with you. Rimuru said. Shido was still confused, but he decided to drop it for now. After that, they continued their date. Shido doesn't think that Rimuru is doing unusual other than the weird questions she kept asking. But he also couldn't help but feel that it was related to Natsumi. When they were walking together, Shido remembered something. Less than wait, Natsumi doesn't know about Seal. Greater than Shido thought, turning to Rimuru. Hey, Rimuru, is Seal back at the Spiri house? Shido asks. Huh, Seal. Less than no way, really. Greater than Shido thought, in bewilderment. No, she's inside me right now, why? Rimuru said. Ah, no, don't worry about. Shido said, signs in relief. After dating a bit more, Rimuru went home as Shido continued on his dating spree. The day ends, and another day passed. Shido just kept on dating, trying to find out who Natsumi is. In the evening, Shido's about to go on a date with Origami. Sorry, did you wait long? Shido asks. I just arrived, Origami said. Less than I've been observing her, but she's been waiting here for over an hour. Greater than Rain said through the comms in Shido's ear. So, what are we watching? Origami asks. I don't know. Haven't really decided, Shido said. In other words, you invited me not to see a specific movie. But because you wanted to go out with me. Origami said. Well, I guess it's like that. Then they watch a romance movie. Origami was especially forward, tracing fingers on his hand, making Shido drink her saliva. After the movie was done, they went separate ways and went home. That wore me out, heart and body. Before he could enter inside his house, he was interrupted by Toka running up to him. Toka, why are you out this late? Shido asks. That what I want to ask. These past few days, you've seemed so busy. I'm worried about you, Toka said. Sorry. Shido then bowed his head. Why, you don't have to apologize. You're doing something that you have to do, right? Though, it's sad not being able to see you. If there's anything I can do to help, say it. Toka said. Toka. Thanks. I feel like a new person now. Shido said, motivated. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. Until a black car pulls up on them, the window opens. I'm sorry to bother you. If I want to get to Tengu Street, is it this way? The blonde man asks. He looked like a mature old person. Yeah. Go left at the second light and you'll run into it. Shido said. Thank you. My GPS is broke, you see. I appreciate it, young couple. The blonde man gave a wink before driving away. Well then, good night, Shido. Natsumi. Toka said, running back inside the spirit house. Good night, Toka. Natsumi. Shido said as he waved goodbye. Natsumi. That I love you, was it? Then he went inside his house. Rimuru Pav. At the spirit house, Rimuru was downstairs to drink some water. Until someone entered from the door, it was Toka. Oh, Toka, what were you doing out there so late? Rimuru asks. I just wanted to see Shido, you know, he seemed so busy these days. Toka said. I see. Rimuru responded, smiling. Then, suddenly, a broom appeared in front of Toka. Rimuru instantly knew that it was Natsumi's angel, less than Hanyel greater than. Knowing she'll get sucked in, she rushed to her quickly. Toka. What is that? Toka said, shocked. Rimuru managed to get hold of Natsumi's angel before it could suck her in. But, the broom turned to Rimuru. Wah! Rimuru then was instantly sucked in by Natsumi's angel. Rimuru. Toka tried to reach out to the broom, but it disappeared instantly. There was no trace of Rimuru at all. Toka was scared and shocked, concerned about Rimuru.